you must stand back. So that you wrote.
That's correct.
What did you mean today is D-Day on the other side?
Yes, the message 11:32, 11:31, I say, I'm now worried, my brother. And 11:32 is responding, or same seconds, worried about what? And then I said outstanding issues. Now this again. Today is the D on the other side, stand back. Then he asked, stand back. Don't understand what you mean. Then there comes my response. For your safety and business.
But I'm curious as to what you meant by saying today is D-Day on the other side. What did you mean with that?
That was the issue of, remember it was before the January 8, there was the first deadline to do the payment to the other side. That's what he had to do for the January 8. But that one, then on the other side, and then he said, I think you must stand back. Then stand back, he said, I don't understand. And I said, for your safety and business. That was the deadline for the other thing to be paid for the January 8. The other side. It was a deadline. It was a D-Day for that one.
So you're saying that when you referred to D-Day, you were referring to the January the 8th
yes, because
payment.
I say outstanding issues at comma, and I speak about now this again, but today is a D side on the other side. I refer to the D-Day for the payment.
What does the January 8 celebration have to do with Mr. Matlala's safety and business?
Those were two issues. The same way when the PKTT went to his house on the 6th, there was that information again. That's why I spoke about his safety and business, that they were going into his business again, and they would also either confiscate or do something. It was just information that came that time.
But this is the 31st of December 2024.
Yeah.
Why do you say for your safety and business? What did you know about the PKTT?
I'm saying I did tell him over the phone as we spoke. I heard that they were going to go back to him again. And this time they were going to either close his business, because there was a time when they took his firearms and he's running a security company. Then I said, this time, just for your safety and for your business, that's what I was referring to. Sorry.
So did you think that the PKTT
was going to
go to Mr. Matlala's house on the 31st of December 2024?
Not necessarily the 31st. It was, I thought, any time during that time. Any time.
Including the 31st of
yes,
December 2024?
But the part of the other side was D-Day, was the payment. It was not, I hear everyone saying now, I was saying the D-Day for the disbandment. And Essen, remember we've been talking about this legend. You don't apply it when you lie unnecessarily. You cannot lie under oath. I would say, no, I was referring to my work. No, it's not like that, Commissioners. This was clearly for the deadline, and the other one, it was for the suspicion that the PKTT was going to go to his house again and his business.
Why did you suspect the PKTT would go to his
It's
house?
information that you get, Commissioner, every day.
Yeah, but why? What is
it's
it
because they
about
told me. It's because what they told me.
Your sources told you that
Yeah,
PKTT.
it's not only about sources. You always hear,
So someone told you.
That's correct.
That the PKTT was going to go to his house on the 31st.
Yes, that's when I was talking to him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You say in your statement at paragraph 89, I did not send the WhatsApp communication to Matlala on 1 January 2025, stating, good day, I have arranged a meeting for Sabia and the Minister must have a solution. You say you didn't send that one.
That's correct.
You then say in paragraph 90, I'd like to point out there's a screenshot of what purports to be Matlala's phone, It stands to be noted that a screenshot is easily manufactured and cannot be relied on the face of. In my view, regard must be had to the original message on the original phone on which it was received, referencing the phone number of the recipient and the sender. What I can say to you is that what you see in this document that's being displayed here is a printout of a single Android WhatsApp file that is recorded on Mr. Matlala's phone. So this is not a screenshot. This is something that is printed out from a single Android file recording the WhatsApp calls between Mr. Matlala and yourself. That's the genesis of it.
Is which page, Commissioner? 60?
Sorry?
Is which page 63?
It
Or
is
the same one
page
that-
62.
This message, compared to all these other messages that speaks very implicating issues that I said I have typed, I would have easily said, yes, I wrote this message. Perhaps the Commission should allow me that tomorrow I must bring you, you must tell me what I must bring. I can make, this is easily fabricated. There was, so these messages can easily be. You even during, it's only 5 people.
And apart from arrangements in relation to this meeting, what contact did you have with Mr. Nkabinde?
I would only call Mr. Nkabinde in instances when I could not reach the minister.
How did it work? You had a direct line to Minister Mchunu,
Yes, I do. I do have.
and only if you did not reach him did you contact his chief of staff. So it was not the other way around. You
No, it
didn't
was not the other way
contact
around.
chief
I would
of staff
contact,
to
yeah,
speak to the
but you,
It was not the case that when you needed to speak to the minister, you would call his chief of staff first. The way you did it was you would call the minister, and only if you could not reach him, then you call the chief of staff.
yes, on particular days, all members of whether parliament, ministers, all of them, there's something called ANC Day. On ANC Day, it's obviously open for Minister Senzo Mchunu to call him. I would call him specifically on that day. But if he could not answer on that day, this is when I'll check the chief of staff and he say, you know, he's in the constituency work or he's with the branch elsewhere. But only on ANC work, on ANC Day, I would call the minister.
Can I take you to the next one, which is the Constitutional Court judgment message? That's BM8 of the 31st of December. You write to the Minister, Minister, I'm going to get the case number and this judgment for you. Now we've got something proven by the court. This is the matter now which either Sabia or the Minister can charge Kumalo and apply Rule 9 of the disciplinary hearing. It took the Constitutional Court to release a man who was sentenced to life imprisonment through a Force 204 confession. Imagine, Comrade Senzo, after 30 years of democracy, having this kind of policing. The good thing now is these are not allegations but a court judgment.
Yes, I did send this message.
So you sent that to the Minister?
That's correct.
Now, and you've explained your understanding of the Makala judgment. What were you suggesting to the Minister in relation to the Makala judgment? Why would this be a matter for disciplining? Sorry, which Kumalo are you talking about?
The Kumalo in the political killing task team.
Major General Kumalo
Yes,
who's also head of crime intelligence.
That's correct. No, not crime intelligence. It's in the KZN, not Lieutenant General.
Not Lieutenant General.
Yes. This is an incident that took place in 2020 or 2021, where the PKTT has obtained a statement, and when a person decide to change the statement, and they forced the person, the accused, to become 204. And during trial, the witnesses did mention to the court that they were forced to write this. They did not intend, they did not want to write this. They were sentenced to life. They went to SCA, and they went to the Constitutional Court, and they were acquitted by the Constitutional Court. And this message, it has nothing to do with my work. I did not investigate this thing. And I may have been misplaced or think this would be the remedy. But I did write this message to say, Minister, here is a judgment of some people who have been sent to prison for something that they did not do, and being forced by the political killing task team to become 204, put a statement. Unfortunately, the minister did not even entertain me. He never responded to this message. He said nothing.
Why were you suggesting that General Sabia should be the one to do the disciplinary hearing rather than the National Commissioner?
To charge them.
Indeed.
As commissioners, in my mind, I believed either Sabia or either of the two should do something about it. And whether one is a contact or not contact, naturally a person will have feelings to say, but how can anyone can imagine being a witness, being forced to say something, and ultimately being sentenced, and you appeal to a SCA, you go, and you end up being acquitted by Constitutional Court for something that you did not do, just in the name of the PKTT. That's the reason. And when I checked this, and whoever I spoke to, they said, this has nothing to do with Kumalo, this has nothing to do with whoever. The minister cannot charge these people, and he did not even respond to me. It was my thinking that time.
Why did you think General Kumalo in particular should be the one that's disciplined for this? Were there any facts in the judgment that pointed to you've read the judgment, that's why you forward it, and that's why you suggest it's enough to charge General Kumalo? What is it in this judgment that pointed to General Kumalo being guilty of misconduct that was committed here?
Yes, that's why I said at that time, I took it that it is their making, they must actually be accountable also. But as I just like I'm saying, it is not specifically General Kumalo who did this.
Yeah, well, your WhatsApp message is very specific. It says Sabia can charge Kumalo. So I'm asking because
Yes.
you're very specific.
Yes.
What in the judgment
Okay.
pointed you to it's Kumalo that must be disciplined? What about the facts? Yeah.
When the team commits an offense, the person responsible for that team must take the responsibility.
Is that the only basis?
That's the basis. He is the project manager of this political killing task team.
Yes. Thank you.
Did you read the judgment?
Not in totality.
So where did you get the idea that this was a PKTT matter?
In part of the processes, it talks about them. The matter was done by them. It is them who were investigating the matter. It was a killing of a councillor, and it falls within the ambit of the political killing testing.
I mean, it was in fact the killing of a councillor in Knysna.
That's correct.
And it had no. I'm in Durban and can confirm they got nothing on Phoenix Saga, and our contact says they couldn't even go to any bank. By the way, the girls here also. What's that referring to?
There was information that there were some people who went to Phoenix. Phoenix is a business based in Durban, and it was alleged that he was involved with Minister Senzo Mchunu when he was a Minister of Water and Sanitation. So there were some allegations that there are certain people who went to Durban or to KZN to go and find out, to go and establish or investigate or go to find out as to what is it that Mr. Senzo Mchunu was involved with Phoenix.
And who was allegedly investigating?
I am not sure. It was just information.
But somebody must, you say, can confirm that they got nothing on Phoenix Saga. So did you not know who they were?
No, we just heard there were two guys from Gauteng, from which organization. It was not, there was no any specific response to that.
And how did you know that they got nothing?
Because of the contact and people who were around, and the girl who told us, the same girl that I'm mentioning here, she did say they came, but they couldn't even proceed with whatever they were saying.
And were you mandated by the minister to look into this issue?
Repeat the question, Commissioner.
Were you mandated by the minister to look into this issue?
No. Because I was in Durban and I heard about that, I just thought I should talk to him about it.
So this was the first contact you had with him over that issue?
Yes, it was the first. You mean the first time in terms of me talking to him about it?
Yes.
No, I did. I did talk to him over the phone, but he said there is nothing there. I don't know what they're talking about, and he never sent me. But because I was in Durban, I just thought I should check on that particular issue.
Then you say tomorrow we're signing the practice notes on the Northwest PEC matter for the SCA in Pretoria with the Senior Counsel. The matter will be a month from tomorrow. What was that referring to?
That had nothing to do with the minister. It was my program, and therefore I had to tell him that I will be in Pretoria. I was checking in case he'll be in Pretoria.
Oh, so you're saying essentially to him, I've got to be in Pretoria tomorrow, so maybe if you're in Pretoria we can meet, as it were.
No, I'm just saying he should know that I will not be in Durban, I'll be in Pretoria.
I hear it.
Yes.
Then, briefing. The businesswoman who'd like to assist our program also participated in BRICS cybersecurity, is available to meet with the minister. Apparently you did meet before. Now, what was our program that the businesswoman wanted to assist?
Oh, there is a program, and it could not even kickstart for Senzo Mchunu in the KZN. It's a charity organization. At some later stage, he felt that it should not continue. But the idea was to, in fact, even the lady was to have a charity organization for which Comrade Senzo Mchunu could work on, especially when he's home.
So when you refer to our program, you're talking about a charitable foundation that Minister Mkhwanazi was setting up.
Yes, that he actually planned to set up, but he ended up not setting it up.
Why do you refer to it as our program?
I wanted to be part of it. As a charity organization, I would gladly participate in that program.
Funding is also in Johannesburg from Tuesday. So, the funding brackets 20 is also in Johannesburg from Tuesday.